Renee Berry, who's a part of the Volkswagen campaign in Chattanooga and who's trying to negotiate a contract there, she said to me just a couple months ago, she's like, whoever's in the White House, they still need us to make the cars. And like, if we don't make the cars, there's a problem, right? Target still needs us to shop there. If we don't shop there, there's a problem. And so no matter how much money they have or think they have, like if we actually organize strategically, there's more than enough opportunities for us to reclaim and start getting back on track to building a democracy.
Yes, without question. I mean, a lot of what Trump is doing is very much what Spectrum, Comcast, what they do in their customer service, what Disney does in their
Bless it.
customer service. And,
Right.
like what all of like every single county, I swear, there's like all these news reports like surprise, all these corporations just poisoned your water. You're all gonna
That
get
part.
cancer. It's like,
That part.
exactly. Like, all the plastic we've been shoving at you, at your children, you're all going to die from it. So, absolutely. So, there was this saying I heard when I lived in Ukraine in 2005 that I repeat all the time on the show. And that is a Ukrainian said to me that the oligarchs see the people like the shit they grow their money in.
Hmm.
And so, Trump is basically the extension of that.
Yes.
And I talked to a Goldman Sachs banker who is not a Republican, and but he works at Goldman Sachs. God bless him. All that money coming in. But like he was saying, he's like all the Republicans that work there, they're salivating over all the regulations that are going to be rolled back, including all the protections on the banks that ensure that that would put some brakes on another George W. Bush era
Hmm.
global bank collapse. And he's like, all these bankers are just salivating. They just
That's right.
cannot wait for all the regulations to go away. And it's not like we had many to begin with. That's the thing.
Right. Right.
So it's like, great. And I know this is going to be another pattern of America hitting rock bottom so hard that anybody but a Republican has a very strong chance to be elected in 2028, even if they try everything to steal another election. I feel like we're just a Boeing plane. Speaking of deregulation, like and
Hmm.
corruption, a Boeing plane that's just going to nosedive,
Right.
and like we did under George W. Bush, like we did under Trump in 2020, and that's really the advantage that the person with a D for Democrat next to her name has in 2028. It's
Sure.
like things are going to be so bad that they can't even steal their way out of it.
I think that's possible if we get an election. Yes. I mean, I think part of what has been uh, most damaging about this administration versus previous administrations is that they have actually attempted to change the rules, or to abolish the rules, but to make it easier to do what they're doing.